How? Hello. Um, Today is the 5th of January, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, I still have to do that to know which month it is. I hope you are doing well. And this is a kind of a conclusion for that previous video for yesterday. Um, it's so it's funny because in that video I said, I'm excited to see fireworks, yada yada. And about 20 minutes in the waiting, I started contemplating the values of like what I was doing, and eventually just left and came back into my room and did barely anything. That happens. It's just something up here. I also wanted to make this kind of a 6-month review video as well, so let's get to that. I moved into this place on January 3rd, and today's the 5th, so technically 6 months and 2 days. And overall, it's definitely been a learning experience. Because when I moved in here, I had nothing. Because the day I got a rental car, or the day I got a rental van and moved, I went to Fred Meyer and bought things I thought I needed, like a cooking pan and other essentials to survive. And it wasn't until I think the first week where I really realized like what I needed to have to function. So like what type of food to buy and things like that. I did thrift shop a lot, and I got some pretty sweet deals for like a nightstand and better things for living arrangements, and like some like mediocre shelves, some like shelves, and like just pro tip: go to Goodwill if you're looking for stuff. It's because I got something online and I found like the exact same thing for a fraction of that price at Goodwill. Like, go to Goodwill, just do it. That's actually where I've gotten a lot of my stuff. Goodwill's awesome. If I've learned a lot on just how to take care of myself, I know it sounds like this guy's in his 30s. Just like what I need to do to function day to day. Like, because it was really interesting that within a few days of even living here, that like me taking my very first steps into living by myself without the clutch of being with a friend or being with somebody I've known for a while. I also had the opportunity to get a car, and so a few days after living on my own, I had my very first car. So living on my own, and then 2 days later, like having a car, it just like my mind was just overwhelmed with anxiety for a couple days. It's like now that's kind of subsided, and I'm like, alright, like I got this. One thing that's helped me keep my sanity is shortly after moving in, I bought a whiteboard, a really big one, and that's been hanging up on my wall with a list of goals and phone numbers and like just general things for me to keep, just general things for me to have upkept for me to function, and that's been super helpful. I know I've shown it before. Right now there's a couple phone numbers that I don't want to reveal. Mainly like for work, so sorry about that, but deal with it. I will say though, like, I don't like this feeling. I don't like this. It's really lonely being in an environment like this. Like, I've had a few friends over and have hung out and cool, though it's interesting because I felt the necessity to build my life around living alone and doing things myself, and I'm now regretting that. It brings me discomfort and sadness knowing that nobody, like, people care, but kinda. I think we're all caught up. I'm changing songs. I think everyone's caught up in their own existence and their own values and just surviving day to day, that, like I do it, that we get kind of stuck into what we think we need to be doing. And what I'm doing now is, I don't want to do this forever. Like, this isn't the lifestyle I want. It's like, it's a survivable lifestyle. Like, it's a lifestyle that I can live on, I can function, I can be a productive member of society, but there's no end reward. There's no connection. There's no, like, I'd really like to enjoy people's company. That means something with me needs to change. And, like, I want to say, just get out more. Just do stuff. Just do something random. And, for example, yesterday, going to Union and sitting on a pier, which I don't know if I was allowed to, and waiting for fireworks. Like, that was a step in the right direction. Just after a while of waiting, I started that loneliness aspect kicked in, and it beat me. It won. That's something that I struggle with, and I know it's something I've struggled with for a really long time. It's funny that some of the people in my life share a lot of things that I want. However, due to circumstance, I can't and don't want to take that any farther. Friends need to stay friends. That's the easiest way to explain that. And like I don't know what I need to do differently to help change that. Like, there's that's something I've never been shown or really experienced, is how to maintain a healthy, positive, like, connection with somebody else. It's easy to say, oh, just do this one thing, or do that thing, like, easy peasy, right? Well, in that type of context, yeah, like, how do you get to that point, though? How do you, like, how does somebody just start that? Because that's what I want. That's what I'm lacking, and that's what I want to share. And I'm hoping, like, I know in the future, like, maybe soon, maybe 100 years, maybe like 10 years, I don't know. I'm really hoping I figure that out, So this feeling dissipates, because it's one I don't want to carry with me the rest of my life. One thing that makes this difficult for myself is if someone, like, apparently I'm blind to prompts, like verbal, or unless somebody like physically says they think I'm cool or attractive or something, I'm oblivious to it. Any tips? I don't know. This went on a little longer than anticipated. Cool. I'm gonna end it here because I'm starting to get sad. So, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great remainder of your afternoon. And I'm gonna make one more video, and I might post it, but it's gonna be one that's a lot deeper than this one, because there's a few things that I say to myself on a semi-regular basis, and I know it's not very positive. And like, just like how I made the premise of making these videos was a way to help offset that, the premise of making these videos is a way to offset my own anxiety towards fear of seeing myself in front of a camera. I also just, like, I don't know. Alright, anyway, thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being an awesome person. And if I haven't seen you in a while, I hope I get to see you in the future. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. IGN. Bye-bye.